Just feel
Hey there everyone, and welcome to tonight's UW Game of the Week. This week's feature our Rocket League team and our Overwatch team. Tonight's matches are going to be University of Washington versus Boise State for Rocket League and Grand Canyon University for Overwatch. Our UW Esports program seeks to build and foster community, open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming, and promote the virtues of healthy competition. Through esports, we are able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities so necessary in these challenging times we are facing. We hope you enjoy being a part of our community, and we invite you to get more involved. Follow us here, as well as on our social channels at U of W Esports. Now, to introduce ourselves. My name is Hydra, or Caleb, and I'm currently a freshman at the University of Washington, and I'm going to be one of your casters tonight.
And I'm Suki. I'm a senior at University of Washington, and I'll be your other caster for tonight.
Really excited to get into these games tonight. It's going to be a fun couple of matches here.
Absolutely. Looking forward to see what Boise State has to bring to the table.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely haven't seen much of them. There's definitely a bit of a bias there too, but I'm excited to watch some of that high-level Rocket League.
Mm-hmm. Had some exciting matches these past couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, I'm sad I couldn't be there. Yeah, it's always fun to be here and participate for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to watching tonight's first game, and we're gonna get right into it here. I'm definitely looking forward to UW's barrage of an offense to watch. It's definitely a fun one to watch for sure.
Definitely. Already noticing some interesting car choices here. Vixie and the Batmobile.
Yeah. And it looks like one of the BSU players is in the Jurassic Park Jeep.
Ooh.
Which is also an interesting choice. Definitely don't see very many players using that one.
One thing I'm also noticing is the offensive pressure seems to be on Boise's side this time. UW kind of playing defense.
Yeah, we definitely don't see that much from UW, especially right out the gate. They like to hit real hard right off the bat.
Right now, it looks like they're just trying to get their bearing, kind of feel Boise State out, see what kind of players they are.
Yeah, playing it slow, keeping that control, keeping the ball close. We did see a nice flip from Wizard there that kind of got away from him, but that could have definitely resulted in some nice offensive pressure.
So this could be a free ball here, a 50 for UW.
They're definitely struggling to keep that boost control and get it out of their half right now, so we definitely need to see them picking up the speed in their own half and kind of winning those boost battles.
Absolutely, some just fantastic pressure from Boise State here, kind of keeping UW on the back foot. A little bit of a whiff, it looks like, there from UW, not clear.
Yeah, it looked like a possible miscommunication as well. We had two players going for the same ball, and they both kind of stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah. I do see UW trying to bang it off the corner and get it center for someone, but no one's there to really capitalize on anything.
Definitely struggling to get it going here. Both teams playing it definitely a little bit slower than we're used to seeing. A nice pass there.
Great pass out mid.
Very nice shot. Tough one to defend there. Keep track of that pass and just placed well, hit hard, and low on boost is real hard to defend.
Not really much you can do when you've been on the back foot on defense for so long, and you get the pressures.
Another one real quick. That Jeep is definitely working out for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's seeming like UW's a bit on their heels right now, having trouble getting that momentum, getting that speed, and we saw a team bump there from UW.
I have to wonder if they're just getting used to their weird car picks, or if they're just not really feeling it right now in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be Game 1 jitters. We see it quite a bit. Multiple match sets we've seen. Just the first game played a lot slower, a lot more timid. Not so much from UW. This is definitely a side of them that we don't see very often, but it could be just getting those shakes out in the jitters way.
That was a great demo into a pass from Toby and Wizard.
Amazing.
Vixie there to capitalize.
Very well set up.
All right, 2.5 minutes left. Still anyone's game. UW finding their momentum back here a little bit, getting one goal on the board.
Yeah, it's definitely important that UW keeps the possession here, because they definitely need to have that control to get it out of their own half more often. A nice setup from Wizard here. Nice stuff.
Toby trying to get it out to the center there. Vixie alone on defense a little bit here. Avoids the 50 and out onto Wizard there.
Oh, very close redirect chance there. Just something I'd love to see.
Good speed to that ball. Maybe UW can get something out of this here.
They definitely got BSU in the same position that they were at so much at the beginning of this match, and a nice placed ball off that
nice
backboard
bounce.
straight to Vixie.
I honestly thought that was going in at the first shot.
Yeah, I mean, I bet that defender definitely thought the same thing too, because if you and I thought it was going in, there's definitely a chance that defender thought that as well. And that can be real tough to capitalize on when you can't tell whether it's going in or not.
Some good fakes I'm seeing from Boise State here, trying to get the ball towards UW's net. And cutting off UW's attack as well.
Yeah, an interesting volley back and forth here too. Definitely it looks like UW's kind of getting off their heels and getting a little bit more of their momentum started. And as I say that, a very nice pass, not capitalized, but another nice shot high in that top left corner.
Bump in the net as well. A good communication on that team play all around.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a lot of good team plays from BSU here. Lots of great passing plays, lots of nice setups. It's definitely tough to defend. The more that ball's moving from player to player, the harder it is to tell what's going on for that defensive team.
This could be a chance for UW here. Everyone's rotating back on defense.
Very quick of that BSU defense to get up to that ball. Dangerous situation to win for sure. And very nice reaction time.
Shot a little high from Wizard on their net. Now back in UW's half as they try to recover. A great 50 from Toby.
We're seeing a lot more control from UW out of their own half here. They're still a little bit on their heels, still having a little bit of trouble reading BSU's offense, but they've definitely capitalized a bit more and definitely gotten out of their uncomfortable state for sure.
Yeah, so I'm definitely noticing just how aware BSU seems to be of their teammates going for these passes midfield, and a great save.
And I mean, if you've never played Rocket League before, if you're new to the game, as I say that, a very nice shot from a high bouncing ball. That's tough on that backboard defense and not being able to read it quite right.
Absolutely.
But as I was saying, if you're new to Rocket League, you would definitely know just how hard it is to get your teammates involved in that play, especially when you're not talking to them directly. So watching these players set up these team passes, set up these nice team plays is very impressive, just showing how great their communication is.
Absolutely. We'll see if UW can get anything for their morale here in the 0-second goal.
Looks like an own goal from Vadok there. Interesting to end game one.
We'll definitely see how that affects UW's morale there, because they definitely started game one off a little shaky, conceding 2 goals to just some holes in their defense.
Yeah, very, very tough from UW to start off there. Seemed like they were either a little bit nervous, a little bit timid, having a little bit of trouble getting that momentum going. We saw it pick up in the middle of the game for sure, and hopefully that goal there carries the momentum into game 2 here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But before we get into game 2, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back from that short break. Going to be getting into game 2 here very soon. A nice game 1 for sure, very close game, ending in an unfortunate own goal from BSU, hopefully bringing up that UW morale as we head into game 2.
Definitely hoping to see a lot more of those passing plays. Those are always fun to watch, but maybe from UW's side this time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, BSU was doing a great job with those team plays, that offensive pressure, and mixing up their offense to put UW on their heels. But as UW picked up that momentum, we saw they could definitely give it back. So we're hoping to see a little bit more from them for sure.
Absolutely. Well, let's not wait any longer. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, looks like Vixie is on the Batmobile still. I'm trusting in that car.
And we're still seeing that Jeep from the BSU side.
I mean, if it worked for them in game 1, who's to say it won't work in game 2, right?
Exactly. Might as well stick with what you know. A nice pass. Oh, very close shot from Vixie there. Very hard, right in the center of that net. So tough to read. And it looks like Toby switched over to the Fennec from the Dominus here.
A great 50 from Boise State, putting it back on UW's half. UW just trying to find an angle of attack here against BSU.
Yeah, having trouble penetrating through that BSU defense. They're very quick on their rotations and very good at keeping control of their boost there. A little bit of a scuffle there in the edge there. Tough one. Those can be very awkward and embarrassing to get into, and a tough one to get out of.
It still happens all the time in high ranks.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
great
very
tip.
close
This could be a good shot opportunity here for UW. Off the back post.
It looks like Vixie was looking for a pass there, and Wizard or whoever he was looking for on their rotation just wasn't quite there yet. Could have been a very nice scoring opportunity.
Another opportunity here. BSU's up for that immediately.
Definitely doing a great job of keeping that offensive pressure here. We're seeing a lot more of BSU on their defense. Not quite on their heels, as their rotations are very strong, but definitely a lot more of that pressure that we're used to seeing from UW.
He's doing a great job of just reading where the ball is going to be and positioning to be in the play for that from all members of BSU.
Yes. And we're seeing a good rotation from UW too to keep that pressure up and keep that boost control, keeping that advantage on their offense.
An unfortunate 50 for UW here, leaving Wizard a little bit alone.
Another top 50 as well, putting them in a dangerous scoring opportunity.
BSU just trying to slow this ball down as it approaches their net. This could be a shot opportunity here.
Just hitting it around that BSU defense. It looks like they're playing it to the sides more, trying to find their teammates. Not quite catching them on their rotations. As I say that, a nice air dribble from Toby.
Yeah, it does look like UW is favoring that corner, especially on their attacks. Just trying to bang it into the corner to get a passing play from it. But it doesn't seem to be working out quite for them.
Yeah. It looks like a nice play off the wall from Vixie here. Into a nice bump. And we see Toby finish it into the net. Very nice set. Go ahead.
Sorry, there's great positioning all around from UW there.
Yeah,
off
for
the
sure.
backboard in.
And Vixie with that nice bump, clearing that goalie out of the way. Definitely a nice play there for sure.
A little bit of a double commit on UW's defense, but luckily it seems to have worked out for them.
Looks like they're doing a much better job of getting it out of their own half, especially when BSU is coming in on that full barrage. They're clearing it out much quicker here, not sitting in their own half as long, which is definitely putting them in less opportunities to get scored on.
Absolutely. We are still seeing the corner play as their favorite method of attack. We'll see if UW decides to change it up or if they just stick with it until it works.
I mean, it seems like if we can get another bump here from Vixie, that might clear out that goalie and allow that corner play to work. Ooh, a very close save there, but a nice place shot. Wizard was right there to save that ball just a second earlier, and he would have had a very nice clear on that shot.
Absolutely. BSU just showing that they can be quick to the ball when it counts.
We definitely see them quick to the ball in the air. Something that is very important in that higher level Rocket League, getting to that ball, getting it out of the air before the other team can capitalize.
Definitely just having a presence on the ball, like putting pressure on your opponents to take maybe a little worse shot than if they had more time.
Very close to an open net there, but BSU defender on his rotation.
And pass off to Vixie here. Unfortunately, a little fast. Demo in net, this could be big. Back over to UW side.
Very close redirect here.
A little bit of a read on the save there. Not panning out for BSU.
Very close redirect there as well. It almost worked out as a fake, and as I say that, the ball was placed into the center of the net in BSU's offense.
Looks like UW was expecting shots from multiple different angles, and the one they least expected went in.
It's definitely tough at this high level to have players missing the ball. It definitely throws you off for sure, and it seemed to work out for BSU there that redirect didn't work out in their favor.
BSU trying to stop UW's attack here. Again, back into the corner.
High for a ball, Vixie with a nice 50.
Keeping UW relevant in this play in the corner.
Just keeping that pressure up on BSU's half. Keeping them in this game. 4 seconds left to see if they can capitalize on what pressure they have here.
1 second left and the ball has dropped. I think that's game 2 to BSU.
We've seen two very close matches coming into the end of the timer here. UW applying good offensive pressure. Last match, it didn't matter as much. This match, very close to bringing it to overtime. What do you think they could be doing differently here?
I honestly think it comes back to that attack I was talking about, where UW constantly just hammers it into the corner, hoping for something to work out. And like sometimes when they get that demo or that bump, it does work out for them, but they need to find another angle. You see BSU doing all of these passing plays, the midfield and in the corner, and that seems to be working great for them.
Yeah, nothing harder to read than a nice pass to another offender. Changing the direction of the ball, changing its momentum is tough to read, and unexpected plays and unexpected passes can catch a defender on their heels. So UW capitalizing on their teammates, taking advantage of what they have, would definitely be important for them to get a couple more scoring opportunities here.
Absolutely. We'll have to see how Game 3 works out after a quick break.
Welcome back from that short break. Very nice set of the first two matches here. UW down 0-2 in this best of 5 series. What are you thinking, Suki?
I think UW has always had sort of the comeback story mentality where they play better under pressure. So I'm thinking they might take Game 3 here because of having to like come back and like the pressure of being kicked out of the tournament in this series.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Definitely light a fighter under their butts, get them moving here, get that pressure up so that they can perform a little bit higher here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see it in Game 3.
Yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it.
Now, UW down 2 here. Definitely going to need to bring the pressure, bring that offense, and hopefully we see a bit more of that team play and those passing plays from them here.
Vixie with a great challenge off the wall. See who beats the ball here.
It's a good mid-air 50-50 for Toby there. Unfortunately, UW not able to capitalize.
Wizard realizing he wasn't going to make it to that ball. Just backs off and gets back in defensive position.
A good defensive choice from the rotation there. These high-level players, they've seen so much Rocket League, they've played so much Rocket League, they know almost every situation like the back of their hand. And with Rocket League being such an adaptive sport, definitely needing to change your mentality on the fly. Seeing them make decisions like that on a regular basis is very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. BSU going for a pinch midfield there, unfortunately not pan out quite as they intended.
I did see that there. It would have been great to see. Not quite who we want to see it from, but a pinch is always satisfying, especially when it gets up there in speed.
Absolutely. BSU again on the attack here, trying to find that hole again in UW's rotation.
Now we're seeing UW back on their heels here a little bit. Not what we want to see down 2 games going into Game 3 here.
A ball
placed high from BSU.
It could be a good goal here for UW if they can. Oh, that just rolls in.
Definitely caught BSU on a weird rotation there. Wasn't expecting that at all. Mm-hmm. And with that demo there, catching another defender out, definitely put UW in a good spot to score that goal.
Definitely. A little bit of a lucky break for them, but this might just be what they need to come back in the series.
Yeah, definitely. Putting BSU in the mentality that they need to step up their game a little bit here to finish out that series. They might be in a bit of a lax state of mind right now. Capitalizing on that as UW, taking advantage and getting that pressure up can really put BSU in a tough spot. As I say that
great passing play coming back out from BSU.
Yeah, and bringing it right back, not letting UW have any room to breathe at all.
Yeah. You love to see it, you hate to see it. Oh, just a great shot from Toby there.
Well placed, well read off that ceiling.
Definitely caught the defenders out of position there.
Those can be real tough to read too, coming off of that ceiling with some momentum. Playing that ball with that much speed.
A little bit of a whiff there from BSU, but they're able to recover slightly, buy themselves some time in recovery here.
Dangerous ball there. Well caught from Baynock there.
Oh no.
That's tough.
It's an unfortunate own goal there as he bounced off the wall and into the ball.
Not much you can do there, except just be upset that you were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, just caught out on rotations again there. That seems to be the name of this game.
UW definitely doing a great job so far of making holes in that BSU rotation, may it be with demos and bumps. We saw it in game 2, we're seeing it in this game as well, opening up their defense and opening up that goal for a couple of scoring opportunities.
Good 50 for UW here if they can capitalize on it. Goal is wide open, but BSU's there to 50.
Very nice pass into a nice read off the ceiling.
Just good positioning there to challenge the 50 the moment it happened.
There definitely hasn't been a lack of action this game for sure.
Absolutely. 3 minutes in with already 5 goals scored. Dangerous demo for UW. All kind of going into their corner here. UW trying to find a way to get it out. This might be it here with Toby.
That's always frustrating. You're going up for a nice air dribble, a nice read off the wall, and you just get bumped out of the air from someone who's coming into 50.
Yeah.
Very close on that angle there from BSU.
Definitely respect the attempt. Oh, a great redirect from UW. Oh my goodness. Toby kind of popping off this game.
Man, you'll love to see that. That was very impressive for sure. Wish we could see that one again.
Toby's up to challenge this ball. Find another opening here.
Looking for a
miscommunication.
Yeah, definitely better that they're looking for those passes and trying for them than to not try them at all, but definitely needs to be communicating a little better there.
Yeah. Oh, and just a banger into the net. Great shot from Vixie there in the Batmobile.
We're definitely seeing UW wake up a little bit this game and bring that offense.
I think they finally realized that they're about to lose the series. They're bringing out their A game here.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful passing plays coming out from UW.
Just a barrage of goals over and over. If you're BSU,
Sorry,
what are you thinking right here?
I think they're just saying we go next. At this point, with 40 seconds left, it's highly unlikely they get 4 goals. While it is still possible, UW's been playing kind of out of their minds this past 3 minutes.
Going into game 2, in between matches, what do you think they should be talking about? What do you think they should be discussing?
What we're definitely noticing is UW putting on more offense and finding these holes. Like, I think BSU just needs to focus on their defensive rotations, which they had in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, we saw very few defensive slip-ups from BSU. UW's only goals really coming from demos, bumps, and a couple of sloppy rotations. And we're seeing a lot more of that this game from BSU, just not in the right place, not backing their teammates up well. And it's definitely UW recognizing maybe a couple more of their mistakes, but it could also just be UW's unending pressure right now, catching BSU off guard.
Definitely. And with 1 second here, this game is pretty much over. We'll see if UW can get one for the road. And there's the ball drops.
Wow. Definitely an amazing comeback from UW there. Down at the beginning of the match. BSU not letting up, not letting them have any space to breathe, and then they made that room with 7-2. 5 whole goals lead there.
Definitely, even just as a caster there, I was kind of breathless during that first minute, where there's constant offensive pressure from both teams. And it's kind of surprising that the match ended with the scoreline that it did, with 7-2.
Yeah, I mean, especially since both of the first matches were so close, 1 goal differences both, only 3 goals total scored in the second game. And now we see a 7-2 game. Definitely very different UW that we saw in game 3 than we saw in game 2 and 1.
I'm kind of wondering how much of that we can chalk up to BSU kind of growing a little bit complacent with their back-to-back victories, going for those like passing plays and those pinches, maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely all been in BSU's position going into game 3, game 2 of a best of 3 or best of 5 tournament game match set. And you get up those 2 games, you get confident, you get a little cocky, you might get a little complacent, and UW definitely found the opportunity to bring back the pressure and put BSU back on their heels.
Momentum is definitely on UW's side here as we go into game 4, but we'll get that after a quick break.
Welcome back from that short break. Coming out of game 3 there, UW was down 0-2, bringing back with some fire, bringing it up 7-2 win there to get them their first win in the set.
Yeah, definitely an insane game. What are you looking forward to in game 4 here? What do you want to see?
Oh, I mean, I want to see more of the UW we just saw. That was great to watch. Great gameplay from them. Finding BSU's mistakes, finding the holes in their defense, and really applying that pressure and just slamming it in the net over and over again.
Definitely. I'm hoping to see more of that as well as we get into game 4 here.
Yeah, I mean, me too as well.
All right, Toby sticking with his wood-paneled Fennec here. Seems to be the car that works for him best.
I am a big fan of the titanium white Fennec. I have one myself. It's a very pretty car.
Just immediate goal in the first 10 seconds here for BSU. It's
well
great
placed.
placement.
Yeah, for sure. But a lot of players preferring that Fennec just because that hitbox, supposedly, it's hard to really say because some of that stuff is quite subjective, but really lining up with that car and very visually appealing when it comes to how the ball is hit by the car. A nice...
Oh, that's gotta hurt for you, dog. A very close shot. I think this could be another opportunity here for UW.
We're seeing Vixie stick with that Batmobile as well.
I haven't had the chance actually myself to try the Fennec yet. I've mainly been an Octane player myself ever since I got the Titanium White Octane.
Yeah, I mean, once you go Fennec, you really never go back because that car is pretty satisfying to use.
I'll definitely have to try it out one of these days. Toby trying to keep, Wizard trying to keep the ball a little bit in control, but didn't really communicate that with UW, so he was challenged by his teammate there.
It was an interesting double commit there, and a very unfortunate 50, almost resulting in a goal. Now, this is not the same UW we just saw. They're back on their heels coming into this game, and we definitely don't want to see the series end this way.
Yeah, kind of wondering if either BSU has changed up their game plan or if UW has kind of fallen back into their game 1, game 2 rut.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they dig their way out of it because with this pace right now, with this defensive pressure or offensive pressure, my bad, from BSU, it's definitely gonna be tough for UW to bring it back.
Close pass there in the midfield, just a little too quick for UW to really capitalize on.
With a nice pass to center, with a nice 52.
So we're playing a little bit further back, beaten to the 50 there, but collected by Vixie.
Definitely you'd have a bit more passive here. An interesting pass across the net there from Vixie.
Definitely threw BSU off, and maybe that's what they're looking for, just trying to throw off those rotations on offense so they can find another angle of attack.
It's definitely hard to tell what was so successful from UW at the end of that last match, just because of how quickly it all came to their advantage, and we saw that offensive barrage.
Dangerous ball here for UW as it gets back into their corner, but quickly rolls up the wall.
What did you notice from the last game that UW could be doing better right now that they did so well?
I honestly think a lot of the last game came down to BSU just kind of making some sloppy mistakes, being kind of complacent in their 2-game lead.
So it's just UW needing to find those holes and find those mistakes again.
Yeah, like that one right there, if they had someone on the ball challenging as that happened, that might have been a goal for UW. Unfortunately, we're just not seeing the rotations that they need.
Hopefully we see a bit more of that pressure and that speed that we're so used to seeing.
Absolutely. What a great
ball.
Again off the crossbar here. It's gotta be stinging for UW. There's 2 missed shots.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate when you've had 2 very open scoring opportunities, and to see those end in crossbars, it's a little bit unfortunate for sure.
Absolutely, that's the reason why I still rock the crossbar hero title to this day.
Unfortunately, I do not have that one, but if I did, there's no way I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, don't really use the Grand Champ titles or anything. I just like Crossbar Hero because it really sums up my Rocket League experience.
Now that's something to talk about. Do you think Vixie is using the Batmobile right now as a flex that he owned the game when the DLCs were available in store? Or I think it's more because he prefers the hitbox?
He might be experimenting, honestly. Last few games, we've kind of seen a lot of car switches from UW. And a great flick from Wizard.
Wow.
30 seconds left, bringing UW back into this game.
Over 2 defenders' heads as well.
Momentum is back in UW's hands here. Let's see what they can do with it. Oh, and a great shot, finding that little hole in the defense. Very tight between both defenders from Toby there.
I definitely am used to seeing those kickoff goals from UW. Their cheats on their kickoffs and their rotations, where they send their players, usually works out in their favor.
It's really a little misballed, but luckily Vixie's there immediately to follow up.
Close redirect opportunity there from that pass.
Almost from Toby there. And the ball drops, and that's surprisingly, after being on the back foot the whole game, UW manages to come back in the last 30 seconds with 2 rapid-fire goals and takes game 4.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of that fire at the end of the game there. Bringing that pressure back, scoring 2 goals right in a row. Bringing that series back to 2-2 and putting BSU back in a dangerous situation where they could be losing this series.
Yeah, this is really anyone's series at this point. Whether BSU will kind of tidy up their defensive rotations and continue that offensive pressure we've been seeing this whole series, and whether UW can really force open the defense on BSU's side.
I mean, how great would it be to see UW down 2 games in the match set at match point, danger of losing the series, and bring it back with a reverse sweep to finish it all off?
That would be one of the best feelings as a UW student, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure. To watch our players, our team bring out that victory coming from that underdog scenario, it's definitely a moment of pride for UW.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll have to see what happens in Game 5 after another quick break.
Welcome back. Welcome back. The energy high coming out of Game 4 there.
Ooh.
Very, very much looking forward to Game 5 here as the series stands 2-2.
Yeah, I have no doubt that this will be an exciting game, and rather than wait any longer, I think we're going to get right into it here.
So looking forward to seeing UW bring that fire. Hopefully they carry some momentum from their last 2 games. They do have the momentum here in the series.
Definitely.
Coming from 0-2 and bringing it back 2-2. Maybe we get to see a reverse sweep from UW here.
BSU definitely not going to let them have it easily, though. You can see already their offensive pressure.
And so far, BSU has been a very dangerous team. We see very strong rotations, very strong team play. They're definitely a tough opponent for UW.
This could be a dangerous ball here for BSU, but unfortunately it doesn't look like anyone on UW's there to pick it up.
It seemed that maybe only Toby had boost there, and as last man, it's a little bit dangerous to use what little boost you have for the team to commit on a ball like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely understandable. Kind of a strange offensive play from UW. Great save from Toby.
Well placed, and definitely a great save from Toby for sure. It's all about that backboard defense, and we saw it there. Toby with a nice read, a dangerous ball there from that net.
BSU again keeping that ball in UW's half as long as they can, running them out of boost.
I mean, one of my signature sayings is that pounding that ball off that backboard over and over again and taking that boost from that defense is going to result in a goal. And as I say that, Vixie with a nice flick there on the
great demo as well.
Yeah, a nice shot using his air roll and getting some power behind that, placing it high in that net. Very tough for the defender to react to.
Very tight angle. Kind of an awkward ball here for UW, trying to figure out how to save this best and keep their boost as much as they can.
And again, that backboard defense being so crucial. For those of you that don't quite know what that means, at this high level, that ball off that backboard is so dangerous and so hard to predict that getting to it before it even hits the backboard is so important. And we're seeing a lot of that from UW here as BSU is not letting up, pounding that ball into their net.
Definitely. You can see again right there is an example of backboard defense where he doesn't let the ball bounce off the back above the goal there, because BSU would have an easy time scoring that at this level.
Yeah, I mean, how we'd love to see a nice double touch from the UW offense, but not so much from that BSU offense.
BSU again putting a banger on target, but just a little bit wide, luckily for UW.
Well placed, well executed, just unfortunate. We're seeing that crossbar that UW had struggled with last game.
What a banger from the Jeep there from Cosmo.
Still no switch. I've never seen the preference in that Jeep hitbox. It's a little hard to get your head around, and he's making good use of it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's kind of strange seeing Wizard stick with the same car for a series as well. Definitely a man known for switching his cars.
Yeah, I mean, I always love it when a player pulls out a strange car or something that you're not used to seeing. Mm-hmm. It's like that secret weapon.
Yeah, whenever I play with Andrew, the other caster from previous weeks, we always use the Aftershock as our sort of variety pick, if you will.
I mean, that thing's so pointy, there's no way it doesn't hit the ball hard.
Absolutely.
And as I say that, Mixie with another Powerball shot.
Finding that open net, that defensive hole we were talking about in BSU's rotations.
Yeah, and making good use of his air roll buttons and really putting some power behind those slower shots.
Yeah, this is game 5 here in the best of 5, so we'll have to see which team will take this. BSU really needs to answer UW's last goal there.
Yeah, and I mean, UW up 1 here with a minute 30 left. It's anyone's game still, but we're hoping to see UW come out on top.
Really, all UW needs to do here is just waste time, stall that ball, make sure it doesn't approach their net. But it looks like they're also just going for offense here.
I mean, a lot of people say that the best offense is a good defense, but in UW's mind, I think a good defense is the best, sorry, my bad. The best defense is a good offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely more comfortable playing offensively than defensively, so if it works for them.
And I definitely think we see UW flourish a lot more when they are on that offense and do have that pressure up. They get a lot more confidence behind them.
Yeah, this defense from UW has been kind of messy. The rotation's a little sloppy, but they've been making it work. You can see them itching to get back on offense.
There's nothing more uncomfortable and anxiety-producing than being stuck on your half, low on boost, and feeling uncomfortable in your rotation.
This could be a shot here, almost. Oh, and a great recovery from UW there.
Dixie on a nice rotation there, just able to clear that ball out.
Some great passing plays from BSU. They're really aware of where their teammates are.
Now, what do you think there with that rotation out? A possible scoring opportunity for BSU when we see a player rotate out.
It definitely feels like he shouldn't have rotated out there, but from experience, I know that the right play there is to rotate. Trust your teammates will have it. And unfortunately, while it may not have worked out in that game, with Game 5 going to UW, that is definitely, I think, the right play to just trust in rotations.
Yeah, and I mean, it worked out for UW. Bringing it back with that reverse sweep. Something great to see, bringing a lot of energy. And ending Game 5 on a high note. Yeah,
what an exciting series, though. Very nerve-wracking, honestly. Those first couple games were just so pressure, like such offensive pressure. And then Game 3 was kind of an anomaly, but Game 4 and 5 were also very close. Very exciting matches to watch.
Yeah, and those first couple of games are definitely hard to watch as a UW student. Seeing UW on their heels, seeming uncomfortable, not working together as well as they should be, and then bringing that back and bringing that momentum and carrying it all the way through to Game 5 definitely lifts the spirits and makes me want to watch a lot more UW Rocket League.
Absolutely.
Now to finish us off here, congrats to UW bringing back that reverse sweep, finishing off with 3 great games in a row. Thank you for joining us for Rocket League tonight. We're going to be switching over to Overwatch here. Remember to check us out on our Twitter, on Twitch at U of Wa Esports, and our new and up-and-coming YouTube channel as well. The VODs for tonight are going to be on there, as well as that highlight video you saw at the beginning of the Rocket League matches. And after this, we're going to be getting into some Overwatch. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Not to